Hello and welcome to the all-new SDVoE Presents Face-to-Face AV with Justin Kennington. That's me, Justin Kennington, your host. I want to welcome you to a show that we've been producing since the spring of this year, actually, but in its all-new format in our all-new studio. My guest today is Matt Dodd, Head of Education for the SDVoE Alliance and also the founder and president of the Clavia Group, an education services company for Pro AV and beyond. Matt, thank you for joining us. So why don't you remind me, how did we get started with Face-to-Face?
Oh, that place. Barcelona. It's coming up again soon. Yes, we came over, didn't we, to the booth, and yeah, we tried the face-to-face to begin with. You were on the couch with a number of guests and recorded some fantastic interviews, which we posted, and they appear to have been received very, very well.
It was one of the most brilliant content production ideas I've ever heard. Laura, who runs marketing communication for the SDVoE Alliance, cooked up the thought. She said, hey, while all of our members and the AV industry is there, why don't we sit some people down and record some interviews with them, Justin? And I realized that not only was it a good idea for content, but what a wonderful idea to give your boss an excuse to sit on a couch for an entire trade show rather than have to stand up and talk to customers for 4 days and wear my shoes out. So what a wonderful idea. And it was, Matt, it was a very successful program for us because it generated lots of really intimate one-on-one interviews. It allowed me to sort of go in depth with one person at a time, face to face, quite literally. And it became a big hit on our YouTube channel, which has been a focus for us because I think that just the freedom, the ease of access of content on YouTube is hugely important for what we do as the Alliance, to tell people about what SDVoE is up to, but of course to tell them what is going on in Pro AV generally. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure, Matt, you recall our program SDVoE Live, yes?
Oh yes. I fondly remember it. Two seasons, pretty hectic, but brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it.
And you touched on just the right thing, right? It was hectic to produce that show. It was a lot of fun. The audience loved it. The live element made it very exciting. But as we started planning our content for this new year coming up, we realized the intimacy of face-to-face has a real strong element to it, and the fact that we can take a not live show and produce it much more often, I think, gives us a better connection with our audience. So what you can look for in Face-to-Face is a weekly program. Every Tuesday, we're going to publish this to our YouTube channel. And of course, if you click that subscribe button down below, you'll be notified every time we put out a new episode. So Matt, your video editors will be a little harder at work than they had to be for a bi-weekly live show. But I think in the end, it's going to be worth it.
Looking forward to it. So talk us through the topics that you have in mind for these face-to-face interviews.
We have lots and lots of topics. In fact, we've got several guests already booked in. Things like cybersecurity, and especially how that relates to Pro AV installations. That's obviously a hugely important topic. It's something we've covered in interviews we've done before, but there's a lot of places to go in that conversation to learn about how to bring AV over IP onto a converged network, in a safe way, in a way that doesn't make enemies of the IT department, frankly. We're going to have a guest on in the near future to talk about the standardization process, literally like, VESA and SMPTE, and how do those organizations work? How do they start from a clean sheet of paper and bring that to fruition as a certified standard that people can build products to? And we're going to talk about, is that the right approach for Pro AV or not? Because historically that hasn't been the approach that's generated the most success and the most use. Of course, we want to touch on the supply chain. That's been probably the key story for Pro AV of 2022, maybe the key story for all industries for 2022. Sustainability is something that, again, we've touched on in some content before, but I think it's an area that we need to focus on. As energy prices are rising, being aware of your energy consumption becomes not just a matter of being green and caring for Mother Earth. It becomes a matter of caring for yours and your customer's own pocketbook. So we definitely want to touch those things. We have a guest planned to come on and tell us what's interesting, what's different about the Pro AV market in mainland China. We've got a consulting expert who lives and operates in that market entirely. And I've learned in talking to him there are some interesting similarities and differences between how things work in North America, in Europe, and in the rest of the world. So again, it's a really wide range of topics. In the first few face-to-face interviews we did, those were 90% with members of the SDVoE Alliance. We'll have more of that. We love our members. We want to hear from them. But again, in melding that first gen face-to-face with SDVoE Live, part of what we want to take from Live is this breadth of any topic that might be interesting to the Pro AV audience is something that we want to tackle.
Sure.
So you know what? Get in the comments section below. Tell us what you want to hear about. We'd love to know.
I was just about to say that actually. This is a really good opportunity for the viewers, for the people that we had loads of people really into SDVoE Live, which was fantastic, and we're hoping that we'll see those people transition over to face. But as the audience grows, it's important, I'd imagine, that people still need to tell us what we need to see in face. Help us understand the key topics, what's happening at the moment that you would like us to raise and to talk about with the key people. The cybersecurity that you mentioned was a really good show. I mean, people love that. Right? It's one of those things that it's there. People know it's there, but they're a bit frightened of it, and they think, oh, it'll be okay, I'm sure. But no, you really need to know about it. So some great topics. Looking forward to it. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, so drop those thoughts in the comments, or you know what? I'm realizing our live@sdvoe.org email address is still live. So if you have thoughts or comments, send them there. Matt and I both get copies of those. And as we plan out future episodes, we want to integrate what you think. Matt, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the SDVoE Academy, right? We all know what this is, I hope. This is our totally free training resource at the intersection of AV and IT.
Yep.
And it has over 5,000 participants in the Academy. Over 2,000 of those have become certified design partners. So speaking of certified design partner, why don't you tell us what's new with certification in the Academy?
Well, some great things have happened recently. We'll come on to Certified Design Partner in a second, but for the first time, the Certified Developer Program that we have in there, which we launched early part of the year, that is now offering CTS renewal units. So that's a big thing because it's really important, and especially for people who are having to renew these units. CTS units can now be applied to the certified. The developer program that we put in there.
Can you remind, for those who might not know, can you just give the blurb of what is the Certified Developer Program?
Sure. At 2 stages, so level 1, level 2, and it essentially walks software developers through the API, so the SDVoE API, but in its raw format. So it's designed for software developers whose job it is to create their own version of their own software, which is used then to control SDVoE systems. So what we call the client interface, it walks them through the raw code of SDVoE API. And there's 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. And we've seen a huge take up. We're still seeing lots and lots of people going through that courseware. So it was needed. We spent a long time working with the SDVoE API kingpins inside. It was a tricky thing to do, that's for sure, but we did it and we cracked it, and we've had amazing feedback from it. And now that it's available to be used as CTS renewal is fantastic news. And on top of that, for the certified design partners, of which you said we now have over 2,000, it's growing and growing and growing every month. The certified design partner, you could earn renewal points for CTS, but that's now been upgraded. It's been upgraded, so it now offers renewal points, renewal units for CTSD people, which again opens it massively to the CTSD guys out there. So 2 really big hits on 2 of our key Academy certifications, which is fab news, right?
And it only makes sense, right, that the Certified Design Partner Program can now help you if you are a CTS designer.
That's it.
So we're very, very glad to have that certification under our belt now.
Yes,
let's talk about other new developments in the Academy. I know that as we record this on Halloween 2022, the Interbee show in Tokyo is coming up soon, and we have some news related to that from the Academy. What's that about?
Yes, we have. We've been working hard to create the Certified Design Partner in Japanese language. Again, when we did the Chinese version, we had to be patient, very, very patient, because my team don't speak Chinese, Mandarin, nor do we speak Japanese. So thanks for giving us two very tricky languages to have to move them into. But we had a real success with the China language, and the take up on that has been very good. The feedback's been very good, and now we've developed that, due to be launched later this month, say in time for Interbee, in the Japanese language. So watch this space. But it's not just the content that we've worked on, it's obviously the environment as well. So when people in Japan go to the site, they go to the CDP Japanese version, it will present to them largely in their native language. So look out for that.
And access that site, by the way, at sdvoe.org/academy. That will get you to the SDVoE Academy in all of its languages, including English, Chinese, Japanese, and Spanish. So we're very proud of that because we want the SDVoE Alliance to be a worldwide consortium where all users from all countries, from all languages feel welcome and can educate themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah, please do. And please don't hesitate to throw the feedback in there. We need that. It's great to hear from people, good or bad. It's fine. We just need to understand how it's working for you, what you would like to see added or improved on. We're always open, and we love to hear your feedback. So please send it through.
Send it through. Put it in the comments. Put it to live at sdvoe.org. Give Matt a call. I think claviagroup.com probably has his home phone number right there on the home page.
They'd be knocking on my door too, actually. Trick or treat, or can you help me with Academy?
It's perfect. Well, Matt, thank you for joining us for the first of the new generation of SDVoE Presents Face-to-Face AV with Justin Kennington. We will often shorthand that as Face-to-Face AV, but I like the full title.
My pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm looking forward to seeing the success of this in the same way we saw the success of SDVoE Live. And yeah, here's to the future of Face-to-Face with Justin Kennington.
Well, thank you, Matt, and thank you for watching.